Okay, just to interrupt you for a second here, for the next part of this, once you get done with kind of the main blocking out of these shapes, we're going to talk a little bit about color for this. So the idea is you're not thinking about what color is this object in reality, but the topic should more be focused on what colors do I see in this picture. So kind of the cool thing about photography and printing is that sometimes you get like what they call artifacts in JPEGs and other images that, you know, we think to ourselves, that doesn't exist in real life. But a lot of times what makes the most vibrant paintings is when colors are unexpectedly included in a way that you think that your brain thinks that's not possible. There's not, skin tones don't have purple and pink and green and blue and magenta and yellow. What are you talking about? But they actually do. If you were to take somebody's skin tone and break it up into like all this weird little spectrum of colors, that you would actually see that. And just like this here, my brain says, that's black. It's really not. Like there's some violet, it's kind of a brownish violet sort of thing. Then over here, it's more of a yellowish brown. There's so much vibrance in there. If I was just gonna paint that square black with like a little streak of white in it or something, because that's what my brain thinks that it sees, then I'd be really missing out on a lot of vibrant opportunities to make this really impactful. So that's what we're gonna try to do, is instead of just doing your instinct, which is I'm just gonna paint this black, I'm gonna try to mix up more of a violet. So that might mean taking this, this blue, the more ultramarine blue, some of that pink, mixing that together with maybe a smidge of the kind of more greenish blue with maybe some of that deep warm red. Now we're getting into like a bluish brown. We'll add a little bit more of that pink and kind of just keep messing with it until you get something that is the value that you're looking for, that is a more interesting color than just like a flat black. You might wind up using a little bit of black here and there, but primarily, even those of you guys who are painting really, really dark spaces, the goal is to make it a little bit more interesting. So for example, I'm gonna paint this little square here, square by square. You don't wanna be painting like into other squares with this, okay? I might even paint a little bit over my mark there. And now I have this other color here. Maybe I will mix a tiny bit of black in with that in my square in and of itself, just to add a little something. And then I might add I might start this middle color, which is, I'm not even washing my brush here because that's okay. I don't necessarily have to, because it's okay if other colors get added to this. I'm trying to add that lighter value that I see there. I might add a smidge of white just to brighten it up a smidge so I can see it a little better, to emphasize it. Okay, see, there's the information I'm looking for. I'm just trying to synthesize the information that I see in the square, but I can also see that I sort of shifted things a little bit. I made it bigger than it needs to be, so I might go back with a tinier brush. And kind of edit that and sort of make that a little closer to where it's supposed to be. And if it's not exactly perfect on today, don't worry about it, because this is a 3-week project. I almost held up 4 fingers for a second. It's a 3-week project. So we have this week, we have next time, and then the time after that to work on these. So don't worry too much. If you want to just sort of do a rough thing on each square, that's fine. And then the next following weeks, we can do more detail work after we also take a look at the actual work of Chuck Close as well, so we can get an idea for his style. But today, this is kind of what we're focusing on. So vibrant color, not just seeing what our brain thinks is there, but what our actual optical lenses see in our eyeballs, and going for as vibrant yet as true to shape as we can.